Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali, and today I'd like to talk about relearning a lot of our learnings. So just a few days back, I was watching this particular movie on Mount Everest where these group of climbers were trying to climb the Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak, the indomitable Mount Everest. As I watched that movie, I saw most of the mountaineers, the expert, the trained mountaineers, crumble beyond the force of this non-living thing or non-life. And that made me wonder about the things that we have learned that registers into our subconscious, which forms 98% chunk of our minds and our brains, as to what exactly are we learning in our formative years. And as we all very likely know that it takes years and years to unlearn and to relearn all of those learned patterns that we have learned in our formative years. Saw the weather change in a matter of seconds on a force that we essentially have always called as a known life. And that made me wonder, how could a known life come into existence? How can a known life, a non-living thing be so powerful? That made me wonder, how come the non-living thing keeps growing every year by a few millimeters? That made me wonder, how come a non-life have its own environment? That made me wonder, how did this non-life suck the life out of the living beings itself? And yes, probably as a reference point, we relatively categorize things as living and non-living. Probably we need to reinforce constantly and consistently that our concepts are just relative concepts. They are not absolutes. We need to keep reinforcing these things, especially in our formative years, especially during the time when our brain is constantly absorbing every information that it comes across, when our brain is the most curious during its formative years. That's why probably it's also called as the formative years, because that's exactly where probably we are getting formed. It's the time when we are learning to connect within ourselves and with the outside world as well. Unfortunately or unfortunately, the information that we get is all coming from the outside world. So if I can say that this lipstick is a non-living thing, then why does it have an expiry date? If I can say that one of my leather shoe is a non-living thing, then why am I so worried about it getting wet because it may get damaged? How does a non-life get damaged in the first place? I think we need to understand that probably our vocabulary for explaining things, for understanding things, is very limited. I also think that we need to be pretty aware of the things that we are trying to teach to our younger minds, that we are even trying to teach ourselves. Because whatever are we teaching is never lateral. It also registers within us. So probably we need to inquire what we are teaching not only to others but to ourselves also. So probably we need to either expand our vocabularies or at least make the most optimal use in a very mindful way about the vocabulary that we have. Probably we need to be aware as to what gets registered in the subconscious, because what they say is that things get exactly embedded onto the subconscious in very literal ways. So I guess we need to be more aware of what gets embedded in 98% of our subconscious or superconscious. Let's try and think a little more about that, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contents of my videos, please do like, share and subscribe.